everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, this is Abby. And for today's video, we are going to talk about one of the great books of all time, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. So this book, I was influenced by my friend from Cebu, Janmak. So shout out to Janmak. And I fell in love with this book. I bought this book way back 2011, and this book is very enlightening. Right? So I am very excited to share this to you. So the book started with the life of a famous lawyer named Julian. He's very famous, he's very in demand, and because of that, he's very workaholic. But since he's very workaholic and he's very in demand, he has a lot of good lifestyle that maybe most of us would want. So he has Ferrari, he eats in elegant places, so things like that. And one day during one of his trials, he just fell to the ground, and then he was rushed to the hospital, and then they found out that he had heart attack. After that, no one knew where he went. Even that another character of the story or of the book, another lawyer who was just starting at that time, he said that he doesn't know where Julian went. Little did they know that Julian went to Himalayas mountains to figure out what life is all about. He wanted to pause and reflect a little bit, you know. So he went to the Himalayas mountains. He hiked for days to find a village of monks wherein someone recommended it to him, okay, so that these monks will tell him really how to find the happiness of life, the secret of living a meaningful life. So he hiked for days, and luckily he found the village of monks. So he embraced the culture, he learned about their beliefs, their values, one at a time, and then he respected everyone. And the leader of the village, the leader of the monk, is very impressed by his behavior. So one day, he shared a story to Julian, and that story changed his life forever. So the only condition of the monk is that after Julian learning everything, he needs to pass it to the place where he came from. So that's what happened. After he learned about that, he went down and moved back to the place where he came from. And we first met this young lawyer before. Of course, he's old now. And he met with this person, and then he said that I am going to share something to you. And this person, of course, was very eager to learn. And the condition was that this person needs to also pass the information to others, and also needs to empty his cup so that he will absorb everything that Julian will tell him. Wondering what was that story? I will tell it to you now, okay? So one day, there is a beautiful garden. Just imagine a beautiful garden with luscious plants and flowers, beautiful flowers. And then in that beautiful garden, there is a tall lighthouse. Okay, just imagine there's a tall lighthouse. And then in this lighthouse, there is a door. The door opened, then suddenly a big 900-pound sumo wrestler went out of the door, very happy, you know. And then it was very weird, right? The story is weird. And then he was just wearing thin pink wire cable as his underwear. And as he was walking happily, he slipped because of the gold stopwatch. So he fell unconscious. And then he woke up because of the fragrance of the roses around him. So there, when he woke up, he saw a path of sparkling diamonds, shiny diamonds. And then he followed the path, and after following the path of sparkling diamonds, he lived happily ever after. Yay! The end! That's weird, right? Don't worry, there are symbols on every item of the story, okay? And we will talk about it later, one by one. So let's start with the beautiful garden, okay? So the beautiful garden symbolizes our mind, alright? So our mind, just like the beautiful garden, if you take care of it, it will flourish. But if you put dump in it, it will be garbage, right? Just the simple logic. So it means that we have to take care of what we put inside our mind so that it will flourish and it will not be a garbage. It means that we have to guard the gate of our garden. Okay, we should not let any negative thought come inside our mind. Your outer world actually reflects the state of your inner world. By controlling the thoughts that you think and the way you respond to the events of your life, you will begin to control your destiny. So always remember that there are no mistakes in life. It's just lessons. So if you have committed this mistake, don't dwell on it too much. Just look for the lesson and then learn from it. So that's what the book is saying. And also, there are always two things in every situation. You can look at it as a crisis or you can look at it as an opportunity. So if you notice that Chinese people tend to always see an opportunity in every crisis, so that's how we should also think. But of course, we have to stop judging events that are happening to us as like, this is positive or this is negative, right? Because you might be, you will go crazy if you do that. So what you need to do is that you just need to experience them, celebrate them, and then learn from them. So that's the very best thing that we can do on our events in our life. Okay, so if there are negative things that happen to us, you just need to accept them and then move on from them as fast as we can. Alright? It also says in the book that we need to begin to live in our imagination, not in our memory, because we have this what we call blueprinting. It means that the outer world comes from the inner world. So what we think inside would be the main factor of what is happening outside. So there is a saying that things are always created twice. First in the workshop of our mind and second in reality. So we need to always take care of what we are thinking in our mind if we want to have a good life, right? Julian mentioned to his friend that he was given a small card with a quote in it. And when I read that, I was very amazed on the message. So I am going to share it to you, all right, word by word. And he said that all we need to do is that to read it every morning after meditating. So this is a powerful message. Let me read this to you. Okay, so this is from the Indian philosopher Patanjali. Right? The quotation read, "When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a great person that you ever dreamed yourself to be." Woo! It's a great message, right? So all we have to do is sink it in, absorb it. Okay, so if you were not able to buy this book, if you have a note there, just pause and then write it, and then you can read it every morning as well. It's a very powerful message. It also says there that the moment you focus on one single thing and you give your energy to it, an extraordinary gift will actually be exposed, or it will release. It will be released. Okay, so you need to find it. It is actually called passion. You need to find your purpose, your passion, and your passion must actually need to be able to inspire the lives of others. I actually have a friend who always tell me that she envied my life because I knew what my passion is and she doesn't. But the thing that struck me the most is that it's because I knew what I want in life, and that is to serve the people around me. So that's the passion came out, the passion of public speaking, the passion of writing. It's because of the intention of serving other people. So if you want to find your passion, you need to find your intention first. So the monk actually shared 2 strategies with regarding to the beautiful garden, or with regarding to taking care of the mind. So the first thing is the heart of the rose. The heart of the rose is when you wake up, you just need to be silent and just look at the rose, just every detail of it. Just be silent. Okay, you have to do it daily. Make it 21 days to make it a habit. But after 21 days, you have to still do it daily. You can actually use anything. I learned from Rob Dial. You can use candle. Just look at the candle. You can actually look at the sky. You can look at the plant. If you want, you can just close your eyes. So the bottom line is of this one is just to be silent and be in the moment. And the second strategy is that it's called opposition thinking. When you experience some undesirable thoughts, you immediately replace it with an uplifting one. Okay, so of course the thing is that you need to be aware that you are having an undesirable thought, and you have to have a happy memory to replace it. So that's basically it. Oh, I forgot about the third strategy. Okay, there is a third strategy which is called the secret of the lake. Technically, the secret of the lake is visualization. So during the time that you are silent, you visualize what you want in life, not really looking to have it, but actually having it right now. So you visualize yourself having this kind of car, having this kind of house, having this kind of family, having this kind of relationship, having this kind of spiritual enlightenment, etc. So it's up to you. You can visualize your dreams in the present moment so that it would be more effective. So that was the first item in the story, the garden, the beautiful garden. It symbolizes our mind. So the second item is the lighthouse. Okay, the lighthouse symbolizes our goals. All right, so we need to have a clearly defined goals and priorities in life. As many have said, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. How deep is that, right? That is a simple sentence, but it actually summarizes everything. And he said that it is a must for us to write our goals. Have you written your goals? You have to. Okay, so in my experience, I have written my goals, and the written goals, I was able to achieve more of those written goals than those that are not. So it's a must that we must write our goals, and we also have to create this positive pressure, as we say. We can actually declare our goals publicly so that we will be forced to really achieve that goal. And by the way, it says in the book that the real source of happiness is actually from achieving something. So that's why goals are important in our life. We must write it, declare it, and do it. And also, if you have a passion, really focus on it, explore yourself, master yourself, give more time on self-mastery, so that it will make you happier. And yeah, you can serve more people when you are happy and you love what you do, right? And if you love what you do and you are happy and you are able to serve many people around you, then you can actually achieve your goals easier if that's the case. Also, when you write your goals, you need to set a deadline. And aside from that, you can also use dream books, dream boards, right? But also, we need to be reminded that we don't have to cling on those goals, cling on those dreams. So we must also know how to surrender everything to the bigger person, bigger creature, or bigger being than us. I call it God. I don't know what you call that. So I just want to remind you, and the book also tells us to enjoy the journey. So important thing is that you have to enjoy every step of the way. Alright? So there you have it. The beautiful garden symbolizes the mind, and then the lighthouse symbolizes the goals. So the third one is the sumo wrestler. Yeah! The sumo wrestler actually represents the Japanese word kaizen. The author is so intelligent. Sumo, Japanese word. Okay? So he interconnected. Kaizen. I learned Kaizen way back in college, so it's not new to me. Kaizen is actually, it means daily improvement. Constant daily improvement. Even if it's a small thing, as long as you improve, that's Kaizen. If you improve daily, then it affects self-leadership. And self-leadership, it includes, or it involves courage. And the book says actually that if you master yourself, you have an abundance of courage. Actually, the only limit on ourselves is that the limit that we put in ourselves. Didn't you notice? Right? So the only limit in ourselves that are happening to us are the limits that we put in us. So, by the way, let me share to you this story. I got moved by this story. A father and a son. Okay, so son is, let's imagine, he's a toddler. Okay, he's very playful, and he is, the dad is working, and the father is very annoyed by his kid. So what he did, so to, occupy the mind of the toddler, of his son, is that he got a newspaper with the globe in it, just like the globe with the maps, right? The world map. Okay, and then he tore it into pieces, and then he gave it to his son as a puzzle. So he thought that it will preoccupy his son for hours, but then he left his son, and then the son returned to him after a couple of minutes, showing his dad the picture of the globe. And the father was astounded, and he asked, "Oh, how did you do that fast?" And then he said that at the back of the globe there is a picture of a man, and what he did is that he just needs to put the puzzles of the man, not the globe. So when he turned it upside down, the globe is already okay. So what's the lesson of the story? Once you get yourself together, the world will be okay. So it all lies within us. Okay, so we have to spend time daily on ourselves, on how to improve ourselves. The monk actually shared 10 rituals of radiant living, and we will go through them one by one. First is the ritual of solitude. The ritual of solitude is actually, it means that you need to be silent upon waking up, these 15 to 50 minutes. It's actually like kind of healing for yourself as well. So you go meditate, just be silent, find a spot, and you can also commune with nature while walking, being silent as well. So that's the ritual of solitude. The second is ritual of physicality. So there are 168 hours in 1 week, And it says in the book that we need to spend at least 5 hours in 1 week for our body. As we care for our body, we also care for our mind. So they are interconnected. So you can do yoga, you can do Tai Chi, as long as you spend time to at least respect and take care of your body. The third one is the ritual of live nourishment. It's actually teaching us to eat as much as vegetables and fruits as we can, because they are live food, okay? So we don't need to kill them so we can eat. Okay, so we need to focus more on live foods like vegetables and fruits. And because if we eat meat, it is actually more energy consuming, so we also need to conserve our energy. But if we don't want to lose our habit of eating meat, it's okay as long as we always include fruits and vegetables in our diet. The fourth one is the ritual of abundant knowledge. It is actually telling us to read. So just like my books here, there are a lot of books, okay, to read. And when we read, we need to study it. Don't just read it just for the sake of reading it. And there's a lot of benefits. Me, myself, I can attest to that. I'm a wide reader, and I always tend to read a book, not just twice, not just thrice. Sometimes I can read it up to 5 to 10 times if I wanted to. I remember the book of Robin Sharma as well, The Leader Who Had No Title. I think I read that for more than 10 times already. So, because I learned something new as I read the book over and over again. So, read. And again, read something that will improve your life, okay? The next one is the ritual of personal reflection. Journaling is very important. It is important for us to take at least 10 to 15 minutes of our day to list all the things that happen to us. Not the Dear Diary type kind of thing, but we need to list all the things that we want that happened to us, the thoughts that ran into our mind, so that we can reflect on what we can start to do, what we can stop to do, and what we can continue to do. So it's like kind of more on personal assessment. It's very important if you are talking to yourself. It's just like having a personal meeting with yourself. If in business we have monthly meetings, we have weekly meetings, we even have daily meetings. So to improve our team, to improve our business, we also have to do it in ourselves, okay? The next one is the ritual of early awakening, right? The book also says that we need to wake up early, and it also says that it is not actually the quantity of the sleep that is important, but the quality of sleep. Even if you sleep for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, if you are not doing it right, then you will still feel groggy for the whole day. So you need to learn how to sleep in a quality way. Alright, so first is that 10 minutes before you sleep, you just need to relax. You can listen to classical music if you want. You can meditate, just whatever you wanted to do. Don't look at your phone 10 minutes before you sleep. Alright, so you give thanks to what happened to your day, and that's it. That's what you will do before you sleep. And 10 minutes after you wake up, within that 10 minutes, of course, it would be best if we would wake up as the alarm goes off. So that's your first success or first big win of the day. You make up your bed, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay, and then again, be silent, meditate, give thanks. Alright, read your goals. So that's what you are going to do on your first 10 to 15 minutes after waking up. And the book also says to laugh. You can laugh on your first 10 minutes. So there is actually an exercise, I think, that I watch on some TV shows, that there's a program that you can just laugh. On my case, I wasn't able to do that yet, but I make it to the point that when I wake up, I smile. And I say, today is a great day. Okay. I can say that now when I am living alone, but when I was living with my friends, with my business partners before, I cannot say that, but I am telling it that to my inside my brain, like today is very great day. Okay, you start your day with that. Next one is ritual of music. Music is very wonderful gift from God, so we need to enjoy it as much as we can. So we need to avoid music that makes us feel down. So as long as we can, we have to listen to music that will uplift us, that we will be relaxed upon listening to it. Next one is one of my favorites. It's actually ritual of spoken words. It is the mantra, it is the affirmation. FYI, mantra is a Sanskrit word which means man is mind and tra is freeing. So mantra is freeing the mind. So let me give you an example of mantras or affirmations. You can say like, I am disciplined, I am energized, I am successful, I am a millionaire, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am fit, I am responsible, right? So those kinds of things. And also, it would be better if you say it through your mind or through with the voice, with feelings. Even if you don't say it through the word, through verbal words, if you think it like this, I am wealthy, I am successful, I am fit, I am healthy, I am happy, I am wonderfully made. So either you have to say it with feelings or think it with feelings. Okay. The next one is the ritual of congruent character. Of course, we need to develop our character. As what the book says, let me just read it for you. It says here, you sow a thought, you reap an action. Reap an action, you sow a habit. Sow a habit, you reap a character. Sow a character, you reap a destiny. So you have to be guided by your principles. The monks told Julian their principles are guided by these values: industry, compassion, humility, patience, honesty, and courage. So you have to do the right things even if no one is watching you. So that's the ritual of congruent character. The last one is the ritual of simplicity. To live a simple life. Not the simple life like being poor. No, being poor is not simple. Okay, you have a lot of problems if you don't have money. Alright? So live a simple life meaning live a productive day. It means that you focus on your priorities. You learn how to say no to unproductive things, to what you call distractions, even if the people that those are the people that you respect, or those are the people that you consider to be your close friends. If those people are kind of distracting you, you need to learn how to say no to them. So you also respect your way of life. Okay, so that's the ritual of simplicity. So that's how Kaizen works. It's how you improve your life daily. So if you will apply even one of these things every single day, then you will improve your life drastically. It will be just a chain of everything that is happening into your life, and your life will be really blessed if you improve that way. Okay, so let's move on to our next item, which is the pink wire cable. Just imagine that there's also symbolism to what the sumo wrestler is wearing. Okay, so the pink wire cable is symbolizing the power of self-control and discipline. Did you know that little acts of self-discipline actually creates an abundance of inner strength? So self-discipline is very important, even if it's a very small thing, like washing the dishes after eating, keeping the things after using them, right? Flushing the toilet after using them. So those are the little habits of self-discipline that you can apply. And Julian said that he was gifted a locket. The locket says, "Through the steel of discipline, you will forge a character rich with courage and peace. Through the virtue of will, you are destined to rise to life's highest ideal and live within a heavenly mansion filled with all that is good, joyful, and vital. Without them, you are lost like a mariner without a compass, one who eventually sinks with his ship." Right? So that's how self-discipline is important. Because even though you know the theoretical side of improving your life, meditating, even if you know the benefits of meditating, the benefits of journaling, the benefits of gratitude journal, the benefits of dream books, the benefits of having an integrity, the benefits of having values, if you don't have the discipline to apply them, then nothing, right? So you need to have a discipline. And what I love about this is that I saw something here. So I saw a paragraph here that I love. Let me share it to you. It says, "When you control your thoughts, you control your mind. When you control your mind, you control your life. And once you reach the stage of being in total control of your life, you become the master of your destiny." And that is so true, guys. So we need to control our thoughts. So we need to control our mind, and we need to control our life. So the tip on having self-discipline is that you can start small, improve daily, and then you will create a momentum. So I hope that you are learning so far, okay? And the items on the story is getting interesting and interesting. So the next item in the story is the gold stopwatch, right? So the gold stopwatch represents time, which is the most valuable commodity in the universe, okay? Without time, everything else is nothing. So we need to be time conscious. If you notice that the wealth is not distributed equally, but the time is distributed equally, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are a woman, you are a man, you are a priest, or you are a president, we are all given 24 hours a day. So we need to develop this ability we call time consciousness. We need to be conscious with our time. We don't have to let our time be wasted. We also have this saying that the busiest people also are the people who have time to spare. And when we say busiest people who have time to spare are the productive people, not the so-called busy people. You know what I mean, okay? Because busy, productive people are highly efficient with their time. They know how to manage their time. It doesn't mean you are being workaholic. No, it's not like that. But be conscious of your time, focusing your time on the most important things in your life, important people in your life. So that's how you are becoming conscious with your time. When you master your time, you also master your life. And what is the first thing that we need to do? We need to have daily schedule. Daily schedule, you can just spend at least 10 minutes every night to spend the next day. Or if you can spend the Sunday night so you can plan for the whole week so that you will be guided and your day won't be messed up. You have to guard your time well because time is the only non-renewable source. If you lost time, you lost time. That's it. If you lost money, you can gain money. But if you lost time, you cannot regain time. So that's why we need to master how to manage or control our time. And we need to focus more on our priorities. We have this 80-20 rule where it says that the 80% of the results that are happening in our life came from the 20% of our high impact activities. So we need to focus more of our time on high impact activities so that we could live our life more meaningful. And the book also says that enlightened people are priority driven. Okay, so they know how to respect their time. They know how to say no to distractions or to people who will distract them. So don't let others steal your time. Again, that is your most valuable commodity. Okay, so the next item is the rose that woke up the sumo wrestler from being unconscious. Alright, so the rose represents serving. So in our life, we need to serve. The quality of your life will come down to the quality of your contribution to the society. So the rose represents serving because we have this saying that the fragrance of the rose always cling to the hands of the person giving them, right? So if you give the rose, the fragrance will cling to the one who gave it, right? So that's why the rose represents serving. Did you know that when you work to improve the life of others, you actually elevate your life as well? So always do it a habit to make random acts of kindness and give yourself to others and contribute something meaningful to others as well. And you can do that if you stop seeing yourself as an individual and you start seeing yourself as part of the collective. And the last item is the path of diamonds. The path of diamonds signifies actually happiness or living in the now. We need to enjoy our journey, that's actually the destination, and we need to live in the now. What are the things that we can do? How to live in the now? We can actually practice gratitude, like say thanks to everything that is happening to around us, right? Like we are here. Okay, we're not dead. That's something to be thankful for. And also never put off happiness just to achieve something. That's happiness must be there so that we can achieve something, not the other way around, that we need to achieve something so that we can be happy. No, we have to be happy already while we are achieving our goals. So that's the proper way to do it, okay? So that's the summary of the story and the symbolisms of the story. So let us recap one by one. The beautiful garden signifies our mind. The lighthouse signifies our goals. The sumo wrestler signifies kaizen, or our daily improvements in our life. Alright, the gold stopwatch signifies time. Roses signifies serving, and the path of diamonds signifies happiness or living in the now, being grateful. So I hope you learned a lot of things today on this video, and just like what the book says, you need to spread the wisdom to others. Just like what the monk said to Julian, and Julian said to the lawyer friend that he has, that we need to spread the wisdom to others. You need to spread teachings to others. So I hope that through this video, I have fulfilled that mission. Okay, to the monk. Wow. I have fulfilled the mission of spreading those teachings to you guys who are watching from start to finish. By the way, again, thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you will continue watch videos on this channel. I hope that your mind will flourish. I hope that these videos are feeding your mind, your personality, and your character along the way. And let's enjoy growing together. And again, if you like the content of this video, please hit like, share, because the monk says so. Share and subscribe, and see you next week.